everyone, and welcome back to my wine diary. Today I have a different background, and I also have a special guest sitting next to me. This is my friend Kate, who is visiting currently, and she's here for a reason actually, which I will explain to you in just a moment. Do you want to say hi, Kate?
Hi everybody, hi Dasha. Thanks for having me here. I'm very glad to be here.
I'm actually going to exploit Kate. She does not know what she signed up for. So here's the thing. Kate and I know each other because we went to the same university. We went to the same college, and our degrees in translation and linguistics, so both of us speak languages. Now, what languages did you study?
I studied English and Spanish.
Spanish, and I did English and French. So today's video, as you already know from the title, is how to pronounce some of the most difficult wine names. But before we jump into today's video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That subscribe button is right down below. Notification bell will give you a notification when my videos come out every single week, so make sure to do that. Kate here actually has a YouTube channel too, so I will link all of the credentials down below for her channel for you to check her out. What's your channel about?
So I'm a dancer and a choreographer, so that makes my channel all about dancing, but I have some travel vlogs as well for you.
Cool.
So if you feel comfortable, just go and subscribe to both our channels.
I've seen some of her vlogs. She's pretty good, and she's a great dancer too. Speaking of dancing, I think you're really frequent on Instagram, so we'll link the Instagram page for both of us down below as well.
Instagram is more my jam. Yeah.
More the jam. All right, are you ready to do it?
Cheers, let's do this.
So here's how we're going to do this. I've selected some of the hardest wine names and wine words to pronounce for Kate. I will be trying them with her too. Some of them are in languages that neither one of us speak. So what I decided to do is show her slides with the wine's name on it, and then the second slide after she makes her guess, and I make my guess about how to pronounce it, will have the actual transliteration, I think, that shows you how to pronounce the word. So we're going to do it that way. Now, because Kate speaks Spanish and I kinda speak French, not really, but because I studied it, I included both Spanish and French words into my slides too, but then I also have a bonus point with German, so that should be confusing to both of us, and I decided to make it fair.
I used to study it at school at some point, but I don't remember anything.
See, that's not fair.
I don't remember anything, so I'll try my best, but I can't promise anything.
Shouldn't have included Japanese or something. So, let's start if you're ready.
I am ready. I'm a little bit scared, but...
Alright, so you guys will have these on the screen for you to see, but what Kate is seeing here right now is a Spanish wine. How do you think this is pronounced?
Rioja. So I'm pretty sure that it's called either Rioja or Roja.
Okay, so what's your guess?
What it means?
No, what's your guess how to pronounce it?
Okay, let's go with Rioja.
All right, let's check it. I know how to pronounce this one. I actually agree with Kate on this one. I think it is Rioja, but just to make sure.
Rioja, because I remember that J in Spanish is Jota, so it's like ha.
So it's not Rioja, you sure?
Yeah, Rioja.
All right, next one.
So now, Tempranillo. Double L is Y in Spanish.
Okay. I would agree with Kate. I think that's how it's pronounced as well. Tempranillo.
Tempranillo.
All right, next one up. Oh, this one is actually Italian, so technically it's not your cup of tea. Neither is mine. I do know how to pronounce this one. Some of them I don't, but this one I do. So Kate, what's your guess?
I'm not sure if J is J in Italian, but I'm gonna I'm gonna go for Sangiovese.
That's pretty close, actually.
Is it?
Sangiovese.
Sangiovese.
And you have to do the hand. I mean, you can't do it. Sangiovese. You have to do the hand.
Bring you pasta.
So here's where things start to get a little complicated because we're starting up with the French ones.
Can I get some more wine?
Sip some more. You're going to need them. All right, next one.
That I'm pretty sure about too. Pinot Gris.
Almost my guess, and I do know how to pronounce this one, is Pinot Gris. So I think I need to tell you a few things about French pronunciation just to make sure we're on the same page before we go any further. So first of all, for the most part, the consonant at the end of the word is not to be pronounced unless there is a vowel after that.
Okay.
I think that's the general rule. And also, the stress in every word also always falls on 1 to last syllable. So not the last one, but 1 to last. So that should help you. Like Pinot, see, we say Pinot, not Pinot.
Actually. So I should have known actually that it would be Gris, not Gris, or any other word because of Pinot. So is that the same as Pinot Grigio, or is that a different kind of wine?
That's a great question, actually. I'm going to film a separate video about Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio, but it's the same grape varietal. Only Pinot Gris is what we call the same grape in France, and Pinot Grigio is Italian. So if the same grape is grown in Italy, it's Pinot Grigio, and if it's Pinot Gris, that means that it was grown in France. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
We have some complicated ones. This was just a warm-up.
I'm ready.
All right, next.
Oh, God.
This is a French one.
Here it comes.
Are you appreciating how I included the pictures of the wine for you?
Yeah,
so you can see if it's a red or a white. You guys
Right.
can see it too.
So it's a white wine. Very nice bottle. Okay, a French word, right?
I'm having
Let's go.
a bit of a hard time with this one too, but I'll give it a go too.
Viognier.
Okay, I would say probably Viognier. Viognier. All right, let's check it. We both butchered it. Viognier. Yeah, I think you were actually closer.
What did I say? Viognier, right? So I put stress on the last one.
And you pronounce the R at the end. So remember, the last consonant.
Oh, I thought it would be French, like you know that.
That was beautiful. That actually was beautiful. But yeah, so if the consonant is on its own at the end without a vowel following it, it's not to be pronounced.
Got it.
All right, good job. Oh, merci beaucoup. All right, this one is a handful.
It is.
Do you need a second to think about this one?
I'm pretty sure about the beginning of the word because I'm sure I had this wine before, but the last 2 words though. So I'm gonna go with Châteauneuf-du-Pape.
Not bad. I know how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to say it just for the sake of keeping this video fun. So let's check it out. So go ahead.
Châteauneuf-du-Pape.
Châteauneuf-du-Pape.
So you actually read F at the end.
Châteauneuf-du-Pape. That's a good question. Why do we read it here, but then we don't read it in some other words? French is so complicated. I love that language, but it's
I
a
did
lot.
French when I was a little kid, so I don't remember anything, any rules. So everything I know is from wine or maybe like a croissant.
See, wine helps you learn other languages. All right, one more time.
Châteauneuf-du-Pape.
Sounds good. All right, next one up. This one shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah.
So I think similarly to Spanish, all of the little dots and sticks above the vowels, they have something to do with the pronunciation of that vowel. So it's the same thing here. Now the second word is a little bit tricky, and I'll explain to you why. It seems really simple, but there's a little trick to it. So what do you think?
So I'm not sure about an F at the beginning. That's what kind of...
That's what threw you off?
Because I know about Blanc, so a lot of the words in Blanc,
All right,
you
so
don't
you know
pronounce
the second
last letter, so I'm going to go with Fumé Blanc.
That's perfect.
Yeah?
That is actually
Because
perfect.
I was questioning Fumé Blanc or Fumé Blanc.
Fumé Blanc. No, this was actually perfect. And you know, the reason I said that the second word is a tricky one is because here in the States, it is appropriate to pronounce it as Blanc. So a lot of people actually pronounce that C as a K here in the United States. But yes,
But I remember that.
If you look back at Europe, they would say Blanc. So that
Blanc.
Blanc, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Fancy. Let's see if I have any more French ones left. I do. This is a cool one. So I will actually try this one too because this is not a super familiar one for me, and I may butcher it too.
I don't think I will pronounce it in the right way, but I'm gonna try.
Now you can roll your R here, especially at the end.
Oh my god, that is so hard. Mourvèdre.
That's not bad too. I would say my suggestion would be Mourvèdre.
Mourvèdre.
But
Okay, so the stress is a
Mourvèdre.
I got it.
Let's see.
You're right.
So pretty close, Mourvèdre.
Mourvèdre. So it's more an A than an E, right?
Yeah, so they have different sticks over their vowels. One goes this way, the other one goes this way, depending on which one that is. It can be an open vowel or a closed vowel. I think so. French people watching this, please forgive me. I know nothing of what I'm talking about. It was so many years ago, and I only took 3 years of French. It was actually 4. I'm lying already.
We respect your culture and your wines, so we're trying our best.
Yes. Please don't feel like we're making fun of you. This is just me not being intelligent enough to explain certain things.
No, I love France. I love France. It has an ambiance, or I guess it's the right way to say it. I hope so. So it has an ambiance. Ambiance. So that's a good thing. But I've never heard about this wine though. As much as I love wine,
that's
I never heard about this one.
That's a red. That only means that I need to make a video about it.
Let's do it.
Oh yes.
Woo-hoo.
All right.
I'll
So
need a sip for that.
I did make a video about this wine, so I know how to pronounce it. The other ones in German, I will not know how to pronounce. This one, I tried. I actually have it in the fridge. If you want to try it later.
Wow, I would be really surprised to see that name in any
It
wine
is
that I
not
buy.
too common. It's a pretty cool wine. It's a sweeter wine, so it's like medium sweet on the palate. But I'm not sure you'll be a huge fan of it because you like dry wines better. But it's very aromatic and it's very fruity too. So it's a really good wine for certain foods to pair with, in my opinion.
Out of the curiosity, if I pronounce it right, I have to try it. If I don't, I have to try it
come
more.
on. Oh, there you go.
All right, so let's try that. So I remember that U with 2 dots is U.
Okay.
Probably. So I will go with oh my god, that is so hard. Gewürztraminer.
I personally think that I butchered this word much worse when I was still making my first video about it. Oh yeah, I think you did pretty good. Now the stress fell on a different syllable, but other than that, you're pretty close. So try it now. It actually go right here.
Gewürztraminer.
Gewürztraminer.
Traminer. So where's the stress rate?
On the me, I guess.
Gewürztraminer.
Now, I have to apologize to all of the Germans watching this video too, because that would be probably awful on both of our ends. Gewürztraminer. Yeah, but you know what? That was good. For such a long word, I think that's what throws people off. They see this long word, and they don't even know where to start. So I think breaking things down and pronouncing it just little chunk at a time can help.
Definitely.
My opinion. That's my linguistic approach to any big word that I see and I don't know how to pronounce it. So, all right, ready?
Yeah, I'm no good in German. In pronunciation, I've never been good, but my grandmother, though.
Oh, really?
She knows German very well.
I love
She lived
German.
in Germany. I don't.
Why?
I apologize. I think that I would love the country right now.
To be demonetized.
Demonetized. Right, but I don't know. It just never sounded good on me, if you know what I mean. Like
When you tried it?
Yeah, when I tried it, I was never like feeling, so this is kind of my thing.
Natural. Yeah. I actually like German a lot. I always wish that I chose German for my college instead of French, and it took me about 2 years to realize that. I always thought that German was like a very rough and not feminine language, so I chose French. And then, as you know, in our college we had exchange students coming from Germany, so I spent a lot of time with people from Germany, from Leipzig actually, and they were such great people, and I heard them speak German so much and I loved it. I thought it was great. Alright, we have a few more, so let's try and
let's go
through them.
German words. Okay.
Now this one is a loaded one. Like I feel like it should be way more difficult than it seems. Like German words are just not this simple. Like there's probably some. Okay, so what do you think with the 2 dots over the A?
I don't remember what it means actually. So if I remember about the U, I don't remember about A at all.
Neither do I. I have no idea.
So I'm gonna try and guess that maybe it's an O.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go with. Oh my god. Spotlesse.
You always say like a German, come on. You gotta be angry, you gotta be a little angry.
Spotlesse.
We're Russians, if you haven't noticed yet, if we haven't mentioned it. So we're Russians, and I feel like when it comes to actual pronunciation, we have something similar with German.
Probably.
Or maybe intonation, not so much pronunciation, but intonation.
So I'm gonna go with Spotless.
Spotless is your guess?
But
Okay.
I don't think I'm right.
So I have to say, I, for some strange reason, from somewhere, remember that a lot of times they pronounce the first S as a sh in some words.
Oh.
And
yeah.
it seems to me
Mhm.
that this one would be pronounced with a sh too. So I think I would go with a similar version to yours and say spotless.
I think you're right, because I totally forgot about that rule. Probably that is.
For some reason, I saw something somewhere where I remembered that they could pronounce it as a
Yeah.
sh. So I think that's probably where it goes.
Okay, let's find this out. You're right.
Oh, but we butchered the rest of it though.
Spotless.
Spateles? I feel like I'm still Frenching this one.
Spotless.
Spateles. Spateles.
That was a 9 out of 10, but
Oh,
I don't
man.
think we did good. So again,
You
sorry,
think?
Germans.
See, I feel so bad. We were apologizing to the French, and now I'm like,
Yeah, French people would love us,
Oh,
but
gosh.
German people. That's
sorry.
interesting, though.
I should have learned how to say sorry in German. That would be appropriate for this video.
I remember.
I only know
this one.
danke, but nobody's going to be saying danke to us after this.
I
video.
remember like Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen,
So
yeah, I
that's all
know that one
remember.
too. Oh gosh.
And Guten Morgen.
I'm going to get so
blah,
many comments on this video, hopefully.
Spotless. But we're trying. See, we're trying.
We
and
are.
We love that because we're linguists.
In our defense, we're only on the first glass of wine. We're drinking Chablis, by the way. This is a good wine. Do you like it?
I love it, but it was really funny how I pronounced it in a very ridiculous way the other day at the winery.
That was perfect. I have to say, I laughed at Kate so badly and I felt awful about it because I understand that I see and drink this wine quite a lot, but for people, when they even see it in the store, they don't think about how to pronounce it sometimes. They just see the name and that's what it is. But how did you call it?
Chablis.
Chab- I
that
think
was
it's
me.
perfect. Matter of fact, I think it should be our thing now to call this Chablis.
Yeah.
We'll have
I
some
would
more
go for it.
Chablis after this video.
But Chablis is very beautiful, so again,
But Chablis is so down to earth. That's where it's at.
yeah, but
you know?
cheers to France.
I mean, here in
one
America, we
day-
can do anything.
One day, France, Chablis. But for now, it's Chablis.
For now, it's still Chablis. Okay, so we have one more word left, and that word is German also, and I saved the best for last, trust me. It's actually 2 words, and both of them confuse the heck out of me, so I'll see how Kate handles them. Are you ready?
I will be so expelled now. Let's try this.
Let's do the Deutsche. Ooh.
Okay. So the first one is not too bad.
Okay.
I'm pretty much sure about this one, but the second one though.
So before you say it, I want you to give me your best German expression.
That is
Try to
not
say
gonna
it like a
happen.
German.
Okay,
We're
let
not
me-
making assumptions about the culture, by the way. We're just trying to have some fun here. And I think that German language is very distinct in pronunciation, so give me your
It's
best
very
shot.
hard in pronunciation, and I cannot do this.
I think
But
I'll give
will
it
try.
a go with you too. I mean, I'm with you. I think the first word is a little easier, and then the second one seems not too bad.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Germans stuck a little
Okay.
secret in there.
Gonna try.
Go ahead.
Grüner Veltliner. No, that is not the way. Let's rewind real quick. Veltliner. Grüner Veltliner.
Oh, you know what? I think you nailed it.
Grüner Veltliner.
That would be my guess too. Now, do Germans roll the R's or do they not roll the R's? So you said Grüner.
I think that
Or do they
they
Grüner?
sometimes do. As if they swallow them somehow. Like
Grüner.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
So you hear this like
Where's
a
an
little
R in Auf
bit,
Wiedersehen? Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, I see.
it as if it's not there, but it's still there.
Oh, I
So
see.
it's not like French, but I'm not sure.
Grüner.
So it's just
Grüner.
how I remember the pronunciation. Yeah.
So my version is pretty
Grüner.
similar to yours. I think it's Grüner Veltliner. See, I think I pronounce it better when I scream it.
She's passionate.
I think I'm very passionate. It's when you put passion. It's the same thing with Italian for me too. Same thing. Sangiovese. You know, it's like so much. And the
So if you have an Italian hand, so what would you do as an expression
Here?
as like an addition for the German? way of pronouncing this way. Grüner Veltliner. That's good. That's good. Grüner Veltliner.
Or maybe like stump on the table or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why do we think. See, again, this is not nice.
Give
of
her
us.
credit, because she is just being passionate about languages. It's
I
nothing
show
about
these
bullying.
expressions as a passionate thing, not as a stereotype of any sort. So, hopefully
No
it's-
hate, no hate. Peace, everybody. Be kind
You
to
can
each
make
other.
any comments about Russians down below just to make it even if you want to. If you have any assumptions, I did not include any Russian names for wines because, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if we have too many.
We don't have too many. We have the Crimean wine, which is pretty much the Crimean wine, like Inkerman, but it doesn't sound.
And
that
grapes,
bad.
a lot of grapes are the same. So,
Yeah.
like in some regions of Russia and like Armenia or Georgia, Russia, they may still grow some of the similar grapes like Cabernets and whatnot.
Right,
you know,
we
so-
don't have a lot of them. I think the only one that I remember that bad, and I don't even know if it's Russian, but I think so. It's called Kagor.
Oh,
So
that one
it's
is like a port.
more-
It's
yeah,
like a port almost,
It's
right?
more like a medical kind of wine.
It's like a
so
church wine too, I think, right? They give it to you. in
Kagor,
church.
but it's very easy to pronounce, so no trick here.
Oh, I bet you it's not that easy for anybody
It's
else.
very sweet. It's very sweet.
It's very sweet. It's like a port for
Heals
sure.
your soul.
All right, I think we did pretty okay on the last one. Grüner Veltliner. So we were right about the
Grüner Veltliner.
Veltliner.
That was pretty easy though. I mean,
Easy.
the second
peasy.
word, of course, is just hard. It's hard. It is just hard to pronounce.
Hard to pronounce.
Hard to pronounce. See, we're making fun of Russians now.
And I use Italian hand for basically any
Yeah, it's
language.
just
I
hard
speak.
to
It's just
pronounce.
hard to
Very
pronounce.
hard to pronounce.
So, what is the conclusion out of this video? I guess it is the fact that you will not always know how to pronounce a certain word or a wine name or anything like that. And it's not shameful to mispronounce it. And if you're in a store and there's a store associate, I think it's not shameful to ask how it's pronounced.
Right.
I just recently shot a video about Vinho Verde, by the way. It's a Portuguese white wine. And I shot a video calling it Vinho Verde. And if you go back, I'm pronouncing the H in the video. And then later on, I'm watching more and more resources about it. And I realized that it's Vinho, it's not Vinho. Maybe some people call it Vinho. I don't know where I saw it as Vinho, but that's how I did it. And this is everything for today's video. I had a lot of fun with Kate. I think I need to start shooting more videos with my friends and family. It's just, especially with people who don't specialize in wine, I think it's always nice to know others' perspective about it too. So I had a great time. Thank you for
I
joining
did
me
too.
again.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Guys, please consider subscribing to Kate's page too. So her YouTube channel will be linked down below, and then Instagram, both hers and mine, will be down below as well. My channel subscription is still free, so I don't know why you're still not signing up for it. I shoot videos every single week, and yeah, on this note, thanks so much for hanging in here with us. I hope you learned something new today, and until next time,
Until next time, you guys.
cheers everyone!
Cheers.